HoveLand Radio, oh, wait. HoveLand on the radio. HoveLand Radio, oh, wait. Listen to our radio show.
All right, hello, and thank you for listening to HoveLand Radio 008.
Yeah, now with our new engineer, I guess.
Many thank.
This is kind of like our first episode, in a way.
We can't have another first episode, Adam.
We've only had 4 first episodes.
Or
No,
5.
That's too many already. That doesn't make any sense, Adam. Come on.
Okay, well, whatever. It's a new beginning, once again, because we got bought out by Rick Gold.
All right, call it that, but don't call it a first episode.
Yeah.
We've been
It's
on
the first
air
episode
loads.
after we got bought by Rick Gold.
It's our rebranding episode.
Yeah, let's call it that.
Yeah.
Well, what are we rebranding to?
We get the new format, the new rules.
Yeah.
We dropped the 8 out of there.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the 2 zeros, yeah.
Yeah, I fought for those zeros.
But for some, yeah, well, you're still here.
It was 3 unneeded numbers. Let's just admit that and move forward here, shall we?
Okay, fine. So now we're just HoveLand. We're not. The song's still going to say that we're HoveLand 008, but just pretend you don't hear that end part.
Yeah,
we don't want to do.
Oh,
Yeah, just pretend it's saying
People
different words.
pretend they're not hearing it anyway.
Yeah, we don't want to have to re-record it. That took hours to make.
Yeah, that was a hard song for us to write, Steve.
People don't listen to the radio for numbers.
That's okay. That's what I
okay.
was. But I
Yeah.
think that they could have listened. There was some
What
good.
if they're listening
the
to
name,
like the stock exchange radio?
the old numbers.
they're
The old
done
name
that.
with the numbers was important. Is what I'm trying to say.
Economists.
Nope.
The old name with the numbers.
No.
I liked it. Anyways, let's not focus on that. The folks here are probably wondering what the heck's going on. Our YouTube's all frigged up again.
Well, yeah, but that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, so now we all make our own videos because we don't really get along that well. So Rick Gold said that we should
and-
make our own videos.
Well, that's mainly your fault, though.
Other than where you jumped in, I think my video turned out pretty good.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to kind of give that away. It's good. I don't want to do a spoiler alert here. So you'll just have to watch our videos. If if you're listening to this and you're not hearing it on the radio, you're probably hearing it from our YouTube channel, and all this stuff is linked in. It's all linked in.
Yours turned out,
All
James.
I'm going to say is I felt a little exposed when Adam's video interrupted my video.
No, you don't say.
That was the point of my video interrupting yours, was to expose you. So job well done, Adam. Thank you.
I can't believe
For
that.
what you really are.
Yeah, you were exposed for what you
I
really
was a
are.
man on the street.
A pantsless man on the street.
You're
Well, I
spoiled,
still
Steve. You
had
didn't say
pants on.
spoiler
They were
alert.
just around my ankles.
You didn't say spoiler alert. You know what,
Do
Steve?
I have to say that?
Yeah, because you know what I'm going to do now? Check this out. Steve put a phone in the box. That's his video.
You actually did that video?
Hey, it was a good idea.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it
I
was.
threw
It's
that out there
spectacular.
because I knew you were going to jump on it.
No, you didn't. You're not smart enough to do that.
Actually,
I came up with a brilliant idea because
I have a note right here that I
Unboxing
wrote that day.
videos.
Make Steve do a stooping box it video
I'm not
after
looking
he
at your
steals your
phone.
video idea.
I had an awesome idea because of how popular unboxing videos are that I came up with the brilliant idea of the reboxing video. It's the next best thing.
But you know what you weren't
That's
smart
the
enough
thing.
to do was
I
to
can't
copy.
believe you did that.
Neither of you were smart enough to copy my idea. And my idea, the Prankenstein, Dr. Prankenstein's Prankenstein, it's good. That's going to be gold. You give that a few weeks to get going. You don't
Are
see
you
there's
kidding? I had girls all over me. I
Yeah.
think I had the best plan there. Did you have any girls in your video, Steve?
No, the girls will come after me.
Did you, any girls
later
around you in your
after
video, Adam?
when
Well,
they
no, 'cause
see
I don't-
How awesome my video is.
I don't prank girls, okay? I don't want
didn't
to.
prank them.
I'm not sexist like that.
I wasn't sexist. There might have been some sexing, but it wasn't sexist.
Okay, well, that's all right, fine. But my point is, what I'm trying to say, we're all making our own videos, and whoever's the best it's going to be known to everyone, and it's going to be me.
Steve.
I don't see how that's going to happen, Steve. Since you fell for that boxing joke.
Yeah, well, you haven't seen my video yet, so let's just let he who wears the pants throw the first stone.
And remember
I
that
still
the
had
videos,
pants on.
you know, actually, like the videos, maybe people already did see them because now that I think about this is coming out after the videos come out. So maybe we're not spoiling anything. Maybe we can talk, about how it actually went down. Because I pants James pretty hardcore, and maybe instead of me beating around the bush about it, I could just celebrate it for what it is, an awesome prank that's going to get millions of views.
It did get some extra girls to come over and talk to me after they saw me when you pulled my pants down.
That's
my underpants were still on. I
yeah,
don't
but
know
James,
what they
that was
saw.
like, oh, we feel bad.
Yeah,
No,
it was that kind
I
of
think it was
people
just the
coming over to
confidence
tell
I
you
had.
how indecent you are.
And that they felt bad for you.
That doesn't count.
Yeah.
Oh no, there was all kinds of flirtations.
Oh yeah. Bad attention is good attention. Wah wah wah. Middle child.
It
look
was
at
all
me,
bad
look at me,
attention.
look at me.
You know, there's a big part of there was a lot of laughing that was going on. That was girls and guys laughing at you there.
Oh,
You
yeah.
were a laughing stock.
Yeah,
And because of
Yeah,
me.
You might even say there was a whole stock of laughter there.
like stock footage of laughter.
We can use that stock footage later.
Yeah.
For more videos of you.
Yeah, what we'll do is every time we make a video with James in it, we'll put the people laughing at him from his pants coming down in the street. We're going to put that laughing in. So he will remember him.
Don't do
It will
that.
remind him of that horrible time of his life.
Another time I agree with you.
And that could be its own
Because it's another horrible time in my life. You have to be present for all of those, don't you, Steve? In
Yeah,
fact, the
I could use
cause
some
of most of
presents.
them.
In fact, I really love presents. You know what I like more than opening presents? Is reboxing those presents, much like my video. Which
Shenanigans.
is gonna
You
be
have never
blowing up
given
on
me
the
a boxed
YouTubes.
present ever. And you're my brother.
Yeah, but that's because they weren't popular back then. Now they're popular. People like to see things getting,
You
put
know
in,
how
taken out of
blood is
boxes.
thicker
It's
than water?
90%
You
of the
didn't even
internet.
box the present for our
It's like
mother.
a
You put it
saying.
in a bag.
Right.
That's not boxing.
Well, she.
You
happens
didn't
to
even
like
put the
bag
colored
gifts.
tissue paper on it.
She doesn't. She's colorblind.
He was wearing boxing gloves when he
It
did it,
was a
probably.
DVD player. You took it out of the box and then put it in the bag.
Yeah, she likes bagged gifts.
I can't believe you, Steve. I can't
You know
believe
how
you would
Mom-
treat
she-
our
she
mother
didn't-
like
Mom
that.
didn't have an easy time opening boxes.
She
So
gets
the
Dad
bag-
to do it. And she loves telling Dad what to do.
You've seen her get into a loaf of bread. She likes to just unfold it, take the bread out, fold it back up. I just gifted it the way that she used to gift us our sandwiches.
Well, bread comes in a bag. DVD players should be in boxes.
And then in the box, it usually has a bag of some sort.
He was just taking out
Anyway.
one. He was just extra packing, It's
We're
just
ignoring the
considerate
fact
if you
that
think
my
about it. If I get a
YouTube
present
videos don't
and somebody opened a box for me, I'd be like,
It was
that's awesome.
used.
Yeah, maybe, maybe not. You can't tell for sure. That's the beauty of it. I'm just saying, if I get
It
a
was
present,
mine. He stole it from me.
if I get a present and it's been taken out of the box, that's a good thing, is what I'm saying. It saves me having to open a box. Man, do you know how often I have a knife on me to cut through tape? Very rarely. I don't carry knives.
Thankfully.
So how do I get into the box? If you have it already deboxed, it helps. I appreciate
And
it.
once I took that from you, it became mine anyway, so then it was mine to give.
That's not how that works, Steve.
I believe it is.
I'm pretty sure the law
I
disagrees
think
with you
you'll
on that.
find.
You guys
You'll
get
think
along
I'm fine.
really good.
Yeah,
For brothers.
I was going to say earlier, you know how blood is thicker than water? They say that. It's a saying. Well,
Yeah.
It's true, too.
I'm like the water, and James is thick.
That's not how that works, Steve.
That's exactly how that works.
I'm like water, too, right?
What are you, a biologist?
You're
like-
definitely like water, like going through a sieve.
I'm at least 70% water, I think you'll find.
Parts of you, yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly in the head cavity is full of just mushy water.
You know what I'm
Strange thing to
70%
say.
full of?
What?
I was going to say, like, gold, right?
I was actually biting my tongue on that one.
Because Rick Gold...
Because we are still on the radio,
'Cause
and
I
we
sold-
can't say what he's actually full of.
Well, yeah, that was kind of my point.
Yeah, but I was going to say
Yeah.
that's like Rick Gold. He saw our potential, right?
Thanks for making it glib,
Because of me
James.
and how full of gold I am.
I do what I can.
With what little you have.
Hey, the ladies, when I was doing my Hat Attack bonus rounds, seemed
With
to
what
think I had
little
a
you
lot.
have.
They seem to think there was a lot there.
James, I
A
think
lot I could have offered.
I think you were taking that too literally. I don't think that's what they meant when they said those things. I think they felt bad for you, and they weren't trying. You're taking it too much as a compliment, is what I'm saying. You shouldn't think so highly on yourself.
Look, well, you left right after you pulled my pants down, so you don't know what happened afterwards. And Steve was barred from the premises.
Yeah, but I talked to you after that, and
Yeah,
after,
the next day.
and you seemed like the way you seemed. I'm thinking, you sounded happy, but it was fake. You were faking it because you really, in reality, felt bad.
Yeah, and I only left because I actually wanted to, because I didn't want to see you embarrass yourself any
No,
longer.
you were barred from the premises, Steve. That's exactly how that worked. They had to have security come and
Yeah,
remove
well,
you.
you can make up whatever story you want. I left on my own volition. Thank you very much.
You can say whatever you want, but the police report says another thing.
Well,
You're another thing.
when we do this again,
Good comeback, Steve.
I'm going to do my joke.
You're a comeback, Steve.
My next video is going to be the exact same video as the last video. Every time you try to do anything, it's going to result in pantsing by me.
So your video is just going to be the same video over and over again.
If that's what it takes, yeah.
This is going to be easier to get him out of the way than I thought. Steve.
No, I think that's a great idea. I think you should do a pantsing video every time, and then just capitalize on the pantsing videos and get
Maybe
real
someday,
popular like that.
hey, you know, it'd be funny if someday he had to like wear some kind of special thing to hold it up, and it was so funny looking that we didn't even have to pull his pants down because he already looked funny from the whatever he's got holding his pants up.
That would be
I
pretty
think I'm
good.
just going to wear a belt.
Well, a regular belt won't work. We're gonna cut through the belt.
You don't carry a knife. What are you going to cut through it with?
Well, I'm gonna
I
start.
will purchase the said knife for you, Adam.
Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome. And I will invest in some belt cutters as well from Rick Gold's catalog.
The Rick Gold catalog belt cutters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you seen those things?
I have.
They're those dull plastic scissors. I don't
Well,
see how
they're
they're
made
going
for
to cut.
cutting those licorice belts. All right, they're not made for cutting leather belts.
Well, then they're not going to cut through your average standard leather belt.
Listen, edible belts aren't selling very well. We've just changed the name. Rick
Edible
Gold
belts?
is a smart marketing man.
Edible belts
knows
is a
what he's
dumber
doing.
idea than edible underwear.
Well, they still exist, and those scissors will cut through them. But I'm going to have better ones, and it doesn't matter. All right, we don't have to talk about. I feel like I'm giving away too much of my plan here. I'm going to week to week.
Yeah, just keep
I'm going to
doing
be
the same
pantsing
video
you
every
where you
week.
try to do
Okay.
what you do, and it's not going
Yeah.
to work for you. Every time I do this, my video will get more popular because people will say, you know, I just want to watch a video of some guy getting his pants yanked down when he least expects it.
Hey,
and then
I
if they
wanna
see
watch
that there's
the
another
same
one, they're going
video
to click.
over and over again.
People do that. But you know what? If they watch your videos, they'll be like, man, this guy keeps embarrassing himself. And then they watch another one, and he did it again. They're going to stop pretty soon.
Difference is, I don't think my videos are going to have the part where you pull my pants down.
Yeah, but the shame is going to hang over the whole thing, no matter what you
I
what
have
you
no
do.
shame.
Well, it's okay, but I can see it. I can see it in your eyes.
You can see lots of things that aren't there.
I can see it in the eyes of the other people around you who are like, man, I'm ashamed of this guy.
Those people can feel however they want, but there's no shame for me, and my video is shame-free.
I've always been ashamed of you.
See? He was the one I was talking about mostly.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Steve,
Why?
for stealing a DVD player to give to our mother for her birthday.
That's not stealing. It's called regifting.
And I sold him that DVD player, first of all. So if anybody stole it, it was me.
Yeah, so why don't you just put that in your pipe and smoke it?
Okay, so we'll just have that added to the police report.
You can add whatever you want onto your little
Yeah.
police report, okay? Maybe we're just going to open a police report about you. Then how would you like that?
Well, I'd have to have done something to you first.
Yeah, we have all kinds of video footage of you. If we just go back and rewatch it enough times, we're bound to find something that you did.
Nothing that's going to be illegal enough.
Well, what about
As
the other day?
incriminating for stating that you stole
You
my
were
DVD
driving
player.
around people in your car while they were drinking beer.
That was
That's
you.
true. That actually happened. Do you know how illegal that
Yeah,
is?
but it's your
I-
fault. It's your fault. You let me in there.
I didn't know you had the beer on you.
This is what happened. I was at my house and I was drinking the beer. And I said, James, like, we got to go. And I said, I can't go till I'm finished this. He's like, well, you don't have enough of it done. Just drink it in the car.
I didn't say that.
Somebody said it.
How did you get it into the car? Because I didn't see a beer in your hand when you got in the car.
Well, you told me that I should hide it on the street between the house and the car. But once I was in the car, I was free to do it.
That sounds more like stuff Steve would have told you
Well,
to do.
whatever. One of you said to. It's still your fault. It's your car.
That's all hearsay.
I can't believe you, Steve.
You won't hold up in a court of law, much like your pants.
Yeah, because if you get in a court of law, you can guess that's where the next Frankenstein's happening.
You realize that I can just use the footage of you pulling my pants down.
Oh, used footage. That sounds like a great idea. Everyone's going to love that.
I don't just use it. I will count on it. Because once the court sees it, they're going to be like,
I meant, yeah, as proof that you assaulted me in the street.
yeah, but they might not see it that way. What if they see it from my side?
No, but that's how it's seen in the eyes of the law, is I didn't know you were coming to pull my pants
No,
down, and you came and pulled my pants down.
Yeah, but you deserved it.
in
They
front of
probably
people.
will be able to tell that.
It doesn't matter if you deserve it, because you don't get to decide who deserves stuff.
Yeah, but see, in this case, what I'm doing
I
is
actually do. I'm the decider.
I'm taking...
No, you're not the decider either.
Police
I am. I
like
decide
it.
12
things.
angry men are, probably.
Police like it when you take the law
I
into
decided
your own
on that
hands.
movie.
Police like it when you help them out. It's easier.
No, they don't.
Well, it's less
There's
for them
laws
to do.
against it.
They're going to look at that tape and say, this guy deserved
It's called
it. It's good that you did it
vigilantism.
because you saved us from having to do it. That's what they're going to
And
say.
you, my friend, are no Batman.
I'm the Batman of yanking down pants.
Again, not something Batman would do. In fact, Batman would chase that sort of pants
I
pulling
think
villain.
Batman would do it if he thought he needed to.
Yeah, or if he was as good at it as I was. Maybe he just spent too much time worrying about throwing those batarangs and he never practiced.
Some days it's shark repellent, some days it's pantsing. He does what he has to for justice.
I can't picture any situation where Batman is going to have to pants a
They
villain.
don't write that into the comics, though. That's why he can't picture it, because they don't write it in.
Well, we can't picture it because he's unimaginative.
It just happens. Like, they don't ever show
I'm picturing
Batman.
it right now.
So what sort of scenario would Batman have to pants a villain in then, Steve? What
If he
what
pants-
sort of
okay,
scenario would
didn't
that
Mr.
happen to be?
Freeze, like, didn't most of his powers come from his suit? If Batman could have got his pants off, he would have been way less of a threat.
Yeah, but I think that's
Thank
like
you,
a
Adam.
suit of armor. I don't think it's pants. It's one solid suit.
Yeah, but it's the word pantsing. It's not. It doesn't mean just fabric pants. It's any kind of things that you're wearing
And think how
lower
much
than your crotch.
Think how much quicker he could have beat the Joker if he had pantsed him.
I think the Joker would have just laughed and kept going.
but he
Probably
would've-
stepped
With his
probably
pants
stepped
around his
out of
ankles,
pants.
he probably would have tripped.
Yeah, and that's when Batman could have capitalized with the batarangs he's been practicing.
Absolutely.
See this? It's like when Batman goes to the bathroom. They never show that, but he still does it. He's pantsing people out there.
See,
Batman is not
James
pantsing
isn't much of a reader.
That's true too. He might be pantsing them straight up in the comics. I'm not a reader either.
I read Batman though.
You
No,
look
you-
at the pictures.
Yeah, you look at pictures of Batman.
You don't know what
There
he's
are pictures
Probably
involved
before
too.
bed
You don't
every
know
night.
what they're saying in those bubbles. It might be about pantsing people. Maybe he just did it. Maybe it's an off-screen.
That's the part you
off-panel
read is
pantsing.
the bubbles. If you don't read the bubbles, you don't know what's going on
That's
in the
what
story.
we're saying. That's
Yeah,
what.
look at the time frame, though. You never see Batman use the bathroom either. Are you trying to suggest he doesn't use the bathroom?
Yeah.
Batroom.
He probably does use the Batroom.
And he probably
But I
pantses
think-
people
All right,
when
yeah.
it's
But that's
necessary.
But that's just
Batman
that's
does what he's
general
got to do.
biology. Everybody has to use the Batroom,
Yeah.
but not everybody has to go around pantsing people.
Sometimes villains
I
deserve
think-
to be pantsed.
I think if
just for
Batman were
justice.
going around pantsing people,
I'm sticking on
that
this one.
would have at least covered April Fool's issue.
They don't. Yeah. Maybe it did. Maybe it did. All right. Let's
I
get
mean,
off of this
the
subject.
Joker might have pantsed.
Let's get
people.
off of this subject. I feel like we're just you going around in circles here. We're never going to beat him here, Steve. It's like talking to a brick wall. All right, we pantsed him. We won. Let's
No,
move
talking
on.
to a brick wall is much more interesting. But let's switch topics anyway, Adam.
All right. What other topics do we have to talk about?
Well, you're the one who wanted to change topics.
Well, I thought that you would have had one. You've been complaining about this topic since we started it. You have nothing else to talk about. So this is your fault that we don't have any more topics, is what you're saying.
Well, every topic I talked about, you guys seemed to shoot down and had to change.
Down like your pants were. In front of strangers.
Yeah, and it will be
Yeah,
again.
not the first time, not the last time.
It will be. Not the last time. You're right.
Yeah, and some of those times before I may have pulled my own pants down in public. And I might do that again, depending on how much I've had to drink.
If you were a knight, you'd be called Sir Pants a Little.
Yeah, because my pants are little. Yeah, because they're around my ankles.
No, because they're very little on. Because you get pantsed a lot.
That's stupid, Steve. That doesn't even make any sense. That's not proper sentence structure.
Oh, it's far more sense-making than you'll think you're going to be doing.
Yeah. So let's talk about the.
Good grammar, Steve.
Let's talk about like kind of what we're doing with the show now, because it's a little bit different. People are probably wondering, where's the news segments? We're not doing that anymore. Where's the song segments? We're not doing that anymore. There's no more segments. All the segments now are online. You got to watch them on YouTube, and you can. There's going to be links in the description and all that stuff, and they will take you to all of our other stuff.
Right,
But
on the YouTubes, on your
from
internets.
this show now is going to be just us, talking about our accomplishments through the week, mostly.
Talking about the videos that we shot throughout the previous week.
Yeah, mine was actually pretty good. I think it went really well.
I can't believe you fell for that.
I helped him shoot it. It did turn out really good. It's the best video that we've made.
The only thing that
except
fell
for
was your
mine.
pants, James. Now let's get off of this.
Steve made the
can't
best
believe you
video that
made
we
that.
made except for mine, because I was there for all of them. And I know yours was the worst.
You were across
Steve's
the
was
street
then-
planning to pull my pants down throughout my entire
Right,
video.
and
You
I was
didn't
there.
see any
Well,
of
I was watching through the camera. Through
it
the
from across the street.
from across the street.
So you heard the things that people had said. You
Well,
know
no,
what
but
was
I
going
saw the
on.
look on their face, and it was kind of like, oh, geez, look at this guy. I feel bad for him. That's kind of how the look was.
That was when Steve
everyone.
was yelling at me, belittling me in front of them.
But Steve's boxing video
Yes.
is solid, is what I'm saying. It's solid.
I have to agree.
He's covering two different territories of boxing.
Two different territories of boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wonderful world of actual boxing and the wonderful world of actually boxing things.
So you boxed boxing?
It's ultimate boxing.
He put something in a box while he was wearing boxing gloves.
Solid.
It's double the boxing. He's going to get 2 demos.
Well, that's a good way to make your video longer, anyway.
And it's a good way to get 2 different demographics. How many demographics is James talking about a hat on the street to people going to get?
People who wear hats, people who are on the streets.
No.
That's lots of demographics.
I've been on the streets with a hat on at the same time, and I've had no inkling to watch a video of you talking about it.
Well, I have no inkling to watch a video of you trying to pull people's pants down.
Well, that's a different... Okay, but there's a thing with YouTube. If you click on any video on YouTube that's got the word prank in it, it's got thousands of hits, literally. There's no way to not get famous, literally famous, from doing pranks. Everybody who's ever done a prank on YouTube is famous now, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I don't think they're actually famous.
I know who all of them are.
100,000. You know everybody who has ever put a prank video.
I got it set up so when a new prank video comes onto YouTube, it goes to my email right away.
Is that just from the people you subscribe to?
I don't know. I might have not. That might not even be true.
Because
it doesn't
I'm
matter.
sure there are all kinds of prank videos that people don't watch.
Before I came up with the idea, I typed in
Like
pranks and I looked at them, and a lot of them were pretty successful, and I'm better at it than they are.
I can't imagine that.
A lot of them, they just try to get in fights with people. And I like fighting you. But other than that...
You will lose.
I'm pretty tired of fighting you, actually. It's been happening way too long.
Okay, well... That's too bad, because it's probably going to go on for a lot longer, because we've now been enlisted in this kind of contest.
Yeah, well,
detail
now that
where
I'm contracted to have to be stuck with you.
and contracted to have to try to beat me in making better YouTube videos,
Well,
which
that's
you'll
not
never...
going to be hard. 'Cause
You'll
you're
never
just going to
do
make
it.
the same video every week.
It's going to be the same, but it's going to have a little different flavor, right?
So, like, you're going to put cayenne pepper on me before you...
No, I meant
Pull my
just I'll
pants
change
down?
up the music.
Right, because that's the only flavor that there is in the world.
And I'll probably
That
have...
was one particular flavor.
You'll probably have different clothes on. I'm going to wear the
What
same
flavor
clothes.
would
but-
you pour on somebody before you pulled the
No, I
pants down?
just wanted to point out the great imagination you had.
Well, I think cayenne pepper was a good
the
step.
one spice you could think of. Good imagination.
Oregano, then.
We can all see how creative your videos are going to
Some
be.
sage.
So, therefore, everybody should watch mine.
Allspice. How about some allspice? That
See,
has
what-
a whole bunch of different spices in it.
No, we'll just put all the spices.
I think Steve's right about James not being creative because, like, what are you doing? You're talking on the street about a hat.
I'm
And
not
what-
talking about the hat. There are questions in the hat.
What kind of questions?
Like, if you were a noodle, what type of noodle would you be and why?
If noodles get a choice?
No, if you were a noodle, what would you want to be?
I think a noodle's lot in life is already chosen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you were a noodle, which noodle would you choose to be? If you had to become a noodle.
A whole noodle?
I'd be a pool noodle for sure,
They're the biggest noodles.
because I'm long and
Yeah.
I float.
I would be, I don't know. It's not a question. That doesn't make any sense. It's
well,
never
it is
going to
a
happen.
question.
It's never going to happen.
Well, I got some very interesting answers to that question.
From people who are delusional thinking that they're going to turn into noodles.
They don't think they're going to turn into noodles.
Well, then why would they think
It's
about
a metaphor or an allegory.
Yeah, let's not worry about James talking to the mentally handicapped.
That's what he's been doing, isn't it? I thought that's what he's been doing.
No, I was talking to drunk people.
You know, taking advantage of the disabled. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
No, they weren't disabled. They were drunk.
I think you just had some disabled people bust into a bar, and then when they came out, you got them.
I didn't stay until after karaoke to talk to those people.
The nerve. You should really be ashamed of yourself taking advantage of people with dementia.
None of those people had dementia.
I feel like that
They
should
were all
reflect
too
the,
young to have dementia.
that should reflect the title of your YouTube channel.
I only
really.
asked young, attractive people.
Or what do you call your YouTube show again?
Had attack bonus round.
You shouldn't call it that. You should call it "Watch
No.
Me Trick These Old People into Thinking That They're Going to Become
None
Noodles."
of them were old people. They were all young, attractive people.
Yeah,
That's
well,
how I roll.
Okay, I'm saying it still was misleading.
I'm saying that
you
those
shouldn't be telling
handsome
people.
fellas and those sexy ladies that I interviewed, we had a great time.
Yeah, I'm just saying you shouldn't try to convince people that they're going to turn into a noodle. All right, what if they had nightmares?
I didn't try to convince them they were going to turn into a noodle.
So they didn't believe it.
No, they didn't think they were going to be a noodle. They just had to say if they had to become a noodle. Which
And you
one would they
considered
be?
this a successful video
Or
that you
which
made.
noodle are they most like?
But so okay, they answered the question, but they didn't believe it. You don't know the first thing about making a compelling YouTube video.
I think I know a thing or two about making a compelling YouTube video, Adam.
Wow, you've been prattling on about noodles for a good 30 minutes now.
Yeah, this is boring
We
the
haven't
pants
even
off
been
me.
on the air 30 minutes, Steve.
Welcome to James's one topic only show on YouTube.
We're not on YouTube.
We hope
right
you
now.
enjoy it every time.
Hey, let's get back to the other topic about the Batman
pants.
pantsing thing. That was a fruitful conversation.
It's too late. The moment is past.
All right, fine.
That was the most interesting conversation we've had today.
Yeah, that was probably the good. It was
Well,
a
that's
good one.
because usually when I
was,
talk to you, it's a pretty boring conversation.
No, it's 'cause-
fairly one-sided.
It's because I was fired up about something. That's why it was a good conversation. You want to give a good conversation? You get me when I'm going about something. I'll talk your ear off.
Yeah, that's exactly what we want, is to listen to you prattle on about nothing.
Well, what do you want?
Definitely stuff you don't understand.
Everything that you have ever understood, I've understood tenfold. Name a thing.
Square root of 4.
Oh, jeez. Okay, that one doesn't count. I would understand it, but I never looked it up. That
Well, then
doesn't-
you clearly don't understand things better than I understand.
pick a different one. Pick a different one.
Okay, what's 2 squared?
That's the same question. I do know what that
It's the
much.
same answer.
So I'm right. I'm right, right?
No.
Well, it sounds
Steve?
like Adam just won on this one, I think.
Perfect. I say that's a good place to end the show. Let's end the show. I'm on top. Let's end it. Let's cut her off.
No.
Cut her off.
No.
Play the outro credits.